Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I'm going to give you 5 things that I love to use for pain. So before I get into that, I'm going to talk about how I struggled with my physical health for pretty much most of my life. And I was quite sick often. And I'm grateful for parents that chose to not use the medical route, because had they done that, we wouldn't, when I say we, it's not my multiple personalities here. It's my twin sister and I. We were diagnosed with the same thing, cystic fibrosis. We wouldn't be alive today. The doctors gave us a maximum time to live. They said we probably wouldn't make it to our second birthday. We wouldn't make it past the age of 5, most likely. And if by some miracle we made it into our teens or past our teens, we wouldn't make it much past our early 20s. And it wasn't suggested that we have children because we could probably our bodies would only be able to handle 1 or 2, and we wouldn't have a long life expectancy. So thank goodness my parents, they did not like the outcome of what the doctors were telling them, and they thought there's got to be a different way, that we've got to be able to help them grow and have sustaining life and help them to thrive. So they chose to go walk away from the medicinal route and go to the holistic herbal route. And they ran into a lady that was able to say, look, you need to do these things strictly and keep them on a strict diet. And this is your go-tos for keeping your girls healthy. So I will be forever grateful for parents that adhered to a strict diet and a regime to help get our bodies stronger. So when I say I've difficult, they really helped us get a good strong start. And we hit the teen years and we went crazy. We went crazy with birthdays and the standard American diet, pizzas, milkshakes, French fries, you name it. We just did not adhere as well. But thank goodness our parents still offered good food for us to feed our bodies at home. And then when I decided to leave the home, that was a different story. I got married and I adopted pretty much how my husband's family ate, and which is the standard American diet. Very little fruits and vegetables, but loaded on processed foods and junk foods that do not feed and sustain the body properly. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of people are. So our food is really being altered chemically. And when our food is being altered chemically, it is no doubt going to alter our brains chemically, and we are just not going to fire off the same as if we were to eat more of whole foods and natural foods into our diet. So it's so important to really focus on the health of your physical body, because whatever you invest now, no matter what your age is, whatever you're willing to invest, the returns that you will get later on in life will be huge, and that's important. So let me get into the 5 things, my go-tos that I really love that have helped me when people are sick. So the first thing that I have, me being a mom to a lot of kids. I have 8 kids, by the way. I wasn't supposed to have, more than 1 or 2 kids. And God has blessed me to be able to birth 8 kids. And yes, they are all my husband and I's. A lot of people will, ask my husband at his work, how many kids do you have? And he'll say 8. And they're like, oh, great. How many are hers and how many are yours? And he just gets this big grin on his face and he says, they're all ours. So we are pretty proud of our 8 children, but let me get into the things that I've used to help them in their journey and me as well. So my number one go-to, because when my kids were younger, I tend to turn to Tylenol and, the acetaminophen, whatever. I turned to those at first, but then I wisened up, and when my kids would get growing pains, leg aches, growing pains, or headaches, I would turn to my herbal cupboard and I would get out lobelia. It's a liquid form, lobelia extract, and you could get the alcohol-based or the vinegar-based. I always use the vinegar, and it didn't taste yummy, right? So I would put this lobelia extract in some orange juice, hide the taste in orange juice, but that was what I used for pain reliever. This is something awesome that parents can keep in their first aid kit, in your car, whatever. You don't want it to be heated up though. You don't want it to sit in the heat. But this is something that I've used for a long time and it works wonders. The second thing that I like to use is for pain is I go to it always is Redmond clay. Now, if you can't find Redmond clay around you, you can go to your local health food store and I'm pretty sure you would be able to find bentonite clay. Same thing, bentonite clay or the Redmond clay. And I will make a paste out of that. I'll add some, I'll put I like to have a bowl of it already mixed. So I'll put like maybe a half a cup of the Redmond clay to, and then I'll add water, a little bit, tiny little bit as a little bit, and then just stir it in until it's the consistency of just like this creamy paste, right? And then I'll put it on any area that's either bruised, scratched, cut. It is so awesome at helping heal and help wounds of any kind, sprains. I was at work one night and I hit my leg so hard on a metal door. It hurt so bad. And I just was like, oh, this hurts. And I came home and for the next 3-4 nights, I probably should have done it longer, but I didn't. It was feeling so much better. Within 2 or 3 nights, my knee pain was completely gone. The swelling went down. It helped the bruising. And I love that. It's my go-to for anything. You can even drink it internally if you want. So that's my second go-to. My third go-to is, oh my goodness, I always get a brain fart. My third go-to is grapefruit seed extract. Anytime you are feeling sick and you need to boost your immune system, grapefruit seed extract, which you can find at your health food store too. Grapefruit seed extract is amazing. It tastes bitter. It's very, very, very bitter tasting, but I have taken it so much over the years. It's been my go-to that I put it in my water. For adults, it's 15 drops in a cup of water, and I don't even put that much water. It's just like very little water in my glass, and I'll put a little 15 drops in that and just stir it and hurry and drink it. I've drank it so much that it doesn't even have a taste. So just if you can get past that bitter point, put it in orange juice if you want to hide it. So that's been another fun go-to. Number 4 is positive affirmations, prayer. And that's really, honestly, first and foremost, that should be number 1. Prayer is I turn to prayer and I give gratitude for my ailments. I give gratitude and ask God to help send all the cells to work in unison in the struggling area. And prayer is powerful. Miracles happen, and God's hand and power is so much greater than ours. So let's put that to number 1. And then the Redmond clay to number 2, and then the lobelia 3, and then 4, grapefruit seed extract. And I did say 5 things, but I'm going to throw in another one is positive affirmations. Positive affirmations, telling our bodies, even when you're feeling sick and you don't believe it, you're like, no, I am sick. Go ahead and tell your body, I am healthy. I am strong. My body is getting better by the minute. I am so grateful for, whatever it is that's ailing you. And it is amazing at how much quicker your body has to do what it tells it to do. What you tell it to do, you're in control. Your body's not in control, but you up here, your mind, your thoughts, as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you're thinking you are healthy, guess what? You're going to create health. If you're thinking how sick you are and how bad you feel, you're going to get more of it. So switching those thoughts of gratitude and having positive affirmations of how your body is healing is amazing. Okay, now this is number 6. I know I said I was only sharing 5, but this is number 6. And this has been, aside from prayer, this maybe should go to number 2. This is my go-to all the time. I absolutely love it. I ran into this method about oh gosh, I don't know, about 10 years ago. And I have used it for so many things. It is my go to on everything besides prayer. So, uh, I don't know if you've heard of Rife frequencies, but Dr. Rife in the 1930s, he was this doctor that came across a scientist too. He was a scientist as well. He was a very brilliant man, and he got the knowledge of binaural beats. So the binaural beats are just sound waves, and everything has energy and everything has frequency and vibrations. And there's different frequencies and vibrations that correlate to different things of our body to help heal. So I'm going to share a few stories of how I have absolutely loved Rife frequencies. And where do you find Rife frequencies? There are people that buy this huge expensive machine. It's in the thousands of dollars. That's something I don't have. And so it is simply something you can find on YouTube. And it's best if you put earbuds in both your ears, because your left ear and your right ear are hearing two different things. So it's best with that in your ears. If you don't have earplugs, don't let that stop you from listening to it, because it's better than nothing. So however you can get it in is how I do it. So in the search engine bar in YouTube, I just type Rife frequencies. Now, Rife frequencies can be for anything and everything. I kid you not. Anything that is going on in your body. And they are going to give you several options. So my best advice to you is go with the one that resonates with you. Sometimes these Rife frequencies aren't very pleasant to hear. And if you turn it on and you're like, no, that's like fingernails going down a chalkboard, I cannot do this sound. It's okay. There's going to be more options. So listen to all your options and see what is the best fit for you. So I'm going to give you a few examples. So one of my children were at the cemetery. We have a cemetery close by, and they have a gate, a roll gate. And he had slammed his pinky into this gate, and how his finger was still attached, I have no idea. I mean, it didn't even look like it was cutting off, but the if you guys could see this gate, you would be like, yeah, wow, that would take a finger off if you slammed it in there. And he came home so upset, screaming so loud. I didn't know what to do to help him. And I'm sitting in front of my computer, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, hang tight. Let's get on YouTube and find Rife frequencies. And I didn't know what to type in, so I just put hurt pinky. I didn't know what else to do. So I did Rife frequencies, hurt pinky, and I found a frequency and I put it on. And this boy that I could not even calm down whatsoever, in under 2 minutes, his cry went from piercing, loud, screaming to it just got less and less and less, till in 2 minutes he was done crying. And he just said, "God, it's weird. My pinky, it's throbbing. It's not throbbing from pain, but I can feel it throbbing." And I said, "Oh, that's good. That's just the energy moving around, and your finger is healing." And so I just made him listen to the whole thing until it finished out, and he was calm, and it worked. So then another time I've used Rife frequencies is when uh, lower back pain. I woke up one morning and I had such bad lower back pain. I couldn't even stand up straight. So I went to the bathroom and I went and laid back in bed, and I was like, okay, I'm going to just listen to this lower back pain. It's a favorite of mine. And I listened to it. And after listening to it for a full hour, and then it was done, I went to the bathroom again, and my back pain, I could stand up mostly straight, but it still hurt a little bit. And thank goodness I didn't have work that day. I just thought, I'm going to go back to bed and I am going to listen to this Rife frequency for another hour. And I did. And it was so comfortable. Like, it just puts you to sleep. Some of them are so relaxing sounding that it will put you to sleep. So it's best not to listen to Rife frequencies while you're at work or operating machinery. So please don't do Rife frequencies operating machinery or at work. Rife frequencies are very relaxing to the body, and you can sleep while listening to them, and your body is still subconsciously getting exactly what you need. So I listen to them all the time when I'm asleep. In fact, I'm, listening to one right now. So anyway, after listening to the back one for a second time in a row, I woke up and was able to stand up completely straight, back issues completely gone, and I didn't have back problems for several months after that. Now, everybody's going to get different results because everybody's at a different spot. But I love right frequencies. I've used them for kidney infections. I've used them for, I've used them for anything you can think of. In fact, one day I woke up just really irritated and I didn't know why I was so irritated. So I'm like, I wonder if they have right frequencies for emotions. And sure enough, I put right frequencies. I want to feel the love of God or just love of God. And it had right frequencies for that. So I'm telling you, that is my go-to on helping me feel better. So those 6 things, God bless. I just share these with people so that you can help empower your family and get the pain out of your life. Because when your physical pain is gone, you can focus on the spiritual, mental, and emotional, and the mental side of things. So like and subscribe to my channel. Also, I am going to invite you to click on the link. I have an online 12-week course for Christian women, and I share, those are just a tiny little bit of home remedies that I do for my family. I share over 2 dozen in my course. And that's just a little part of what my course entails. It does focus on the physical health, but it also focuses on the spiritual and emotional and mental. I dealt with suicidal thoughts and depression for 30 plus years. I was not in a good spot. And I actually, I was a complainer. I didn't have the best of attitudes. I had a more of a negative mindset. And the last going on 9 years, I have been in a whole different spot. I actually wake up grateful each day. No matter the sleep I got the night before, I am grateful that I am living and breathing, and I am grateful for whatever sleep I do get. I'm able to have a whole different mindset and a different train of thinking, because our thoughts, when I learned the power of thoughts and how we can implement them into having a better, more balanced life, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically, I share this in this 12-week course. And each week you get a 1 to 1.5 hours of class with a small group of women that are like-minded, and also you get a one-on-one phone call with me, 15 minutes each week, so that we can gear it exactly where you're at. So God bless. Go ahead and click on that link. If you have any questions, message me. I want to know also, what are your go-tos? Do you have some favorite go-tos? A lot of people tend to turn to the medical field, and God has given us the herbs and different things to heal our bodies. And I'm grateful for the medical field when it's an emergency, when it's stuff that I cannot handle on my own. But for the majority of it, I'm able to do a lot. And I am going to, again, I'm going to share another video tomorrow. I have, or the next video that I share is going to be about home births. I have had 8 children, 1 of which I had in the hospital and 7 which I've had at home. And I'm going to share my experience because, again, that's another way of empowering women. So just my experience. I'm not recommending it. I just am putting it out there for you to do your research and what's best for your body. So God bless, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.